What's up, everybody? Today we're diving straight into the wildest diplomatic plot twist of 2025. Donald Trump is putting out all the stops to welcome Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, to the White House for the first time since the Khashoggi killing. Yeah, this isn't just a meeting, this is the Bachelor Geopolitics edition. Will America accept this rose? Will Israel reveal the date? And will Congress let anyone get an F-35? Let's get into it. So Trump is basically throwing a not technically a state visit, but totally a state visit for MBS. We are talking morning welcome ceremony, military bands, a black-tie dinner, CEOs, governors, handpicked guests, Melania planning the event like it's a Met Gala, Middle East edition. Trump is like, we are not just meeting, we are honoring Saudi Arabia, which feels like something you'd say before offering someone a dragon egg in Game of Thrones. But here's a catch. It can be called a state visit because MBS isn't technically the head of state. King Salman still is. But MBS runs literally everything. He's basically the guy who has the Netflix password that's the real power. On the eve of this visit, Trump announces, we are selling F-35s to Saudi Arabia. Casual, like he's announcing a Black Friday deal. This is massive because F-35s are some of the most advanced jets in the world. Israel is the only Middle Eastern country allowed to have them right now. Selling them to Saudi Arabia could shift the entire military balance. Israel's like, bro, this was an exclusive membership. Congress could block it, but they rarely do. It's like when your friends say they'll totally say no to dessert. No, they won't. They're already eating the cheesecake. This visit is happening 7 years after Jamal Khashoggi was murdered in a Saudi consulate, and the CIA assessed MBS likely approved it, which he denies. Khashoggi's widow literally said this visit is very painful. This is the emotional weight behind the diplomacy. And it's real, it's human. But geopolitics often moves like it's running on airplane mode. No feelings, just deals. Let's be honest, this is not about dinner, photo ops, or who wore the best tux. This is about the Abraham Accords version 2.0. Trump wants a big prize. Saudi Arabia normalizing relations with Israel. In geopolitics, this is like getting Beyoncé to show up at your cousin's wedding. Everyone talks about it. Nobody thinks it will actually happen. And if it does, it changes everything. Before the October 7 attacks, the deal looked like a US-Saudi defense treaty, help with the civilian nuclear program, formal Saudi recognition of Israel. But after the war in Gaza, everything froze. Now, with a ceasefire in place, Trump thinks it's back on track. I think they're all going in very soon. Okay, optimistic, borderline Peloton instructor energy. But Saudi Arabia says, yeah, we'll normalize if there's a credible, irreversible path to Palestinian statehood. And the plan so far does not give that. So yes, it's complicated, like 2-page text message at 3 a.m. complicated. Let's not pretend money isn't part of this. Saudi Arabia already promised $600 billion in U.S. investments earlier this year. Trump went to Riyadh. Arabian horses escorted his limo. Golden swords, fighter jets overhead. This was not diplomacy, this was a Marvel origin story. Now, during this U.S. visit, Saudi Arabia is hosting an investment summit at the Kennedy Center. Translation, let's make some deals, baby. Plus, there's this whole other dimension. The Trump Organization has major real estate projects in Saudi Arabia. Jared Kushner's investment fund has billions in Saudi capital. Kushner literally flew to Riyadh last week to prep this visit. Is this unusual? Yes. Is it illegal? Not necessarily. Is it awkward? Also yes. It's like your family going to your ex's wedding because they're business partners now. Saudi Arabia reportedly wants Trump to help stabilize Sudan's civil war because it affects their own security, and they believe only Trump can stop external support fueling the conflict. This is one of those under-the-radar foreign policy moments where huge consequences hang on one meeting that nobody tweets about. The White House sent out 2 waves of invitations, but Trump personally called governors and CEOs like, hey, you want to come to dinner Tuesday? We've got lamb, jazz music, maybe a small geopolitical realignment. Classic Tuesday stuff. This is Trump's first big ceremonial dinner of his second term, and he's going big. Because optics matter, symbolism matters, and in diplomacy, pageantry is basically the Instagram filter on a very complicated relationship. Here's a real deal. This meeting could reshape Middle East alliances, US-Saudi defense ties, Israel's regional position, Palestinian statehood talks, global arms sales, the war in Sudan, US domestic politics. It's huge, but it's also risky. Arms sales, human rights issues, business entanglements, regional tensions, all of that sits under the surface. This is why diplomacy is never just dinner, it's dinner on top of a fault line. So what do we make of this? Trump wants a legacy moment. MBS wants security guarantees and global legitimacy. Israel wants to keep its military edge. Saudi Arabia wants nuclear energy and stability. Palestinians want a real path to statehood. The US wants influence in the region. And Sudan wants peace. Everyone's at the table, but not everyone wants the same meal. This visit is either the beginning of the Middle East's next big peace breakthrough, or another high-gloss event with complicated, messy outcomes. But either way, it's history in real time. I'm Mazhar, and that was a breakdown. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends, talk to me in the comments, and do subscribe to the channel for more such videos. Thank you for watching.